Hey Rick fans, welcome to the Rick Bakery, where all our jokes are half baked, and today we're doing an interview with Mark from the Lego Room. The Lego Room is a Lego channel here on YouTube that I've been following for 3 or 4 months, and it's hosted by a guy named Mark. He's specialized in doing mocks and mods of existing sets and has a very cool Lego city that he shows updates from once in a while. He uploaded his first Lego video about 5 years ago, and the most watched Lego video on his channel has about 60,000 views, and that is really incredible. If you haven't already checked out his channel, you should do so. There's a link in the description below. But without further delay, here is Mark from the Lego Room.
Jacob, hello, it's Mark from the Lego Room here. I hope you are well. I am utterly thrilled to be working with you on this video. I've been a huge fan of yours since the very beginning. Particularly love your live streams where you bring a number of us Lego fans together so that we can talk and swap ideas. And I don't know how you do this, but you always manage to find those brilliant vintage sets for the uploads that you do and show us how they're put together. So appreciate all of the work that you do for us. So I'm ready to go. I'm a bit nervous. It's the first time I've been on film on YouTube on this side of the camera. I've got some props for support. So let's go. What's your first question?
Well, Mark, it's really great to have you here. I'm really happy that you want to participate in this little interview. And speaking of, let's dig into the question. Now, Lego has done some great modular buildings over the years, and I'm wondering which one is your favorite?
The modulars, they are all so brilliant. I absolutely love them. My bank account, not so much. I've been lucky enough to have built the last 7, I think it is. The 3 I haven't built are the Cafe Corner, the Town Hall and the Fire Brigade. Of the ones I've built, I do have a really clear favourite, and it is this one, which is the Parisian restaurant. I think this one has the coolest features. As you're going along building it, you'll be wondering what it's going to turn out to be, and then the piece that you're building is a drop-down bed or part of the painter's loft or part of the kitchen, and it's just really special. The colours also, I love the green and the blue, and there is also quite a lot going on in terms of play features with the minifigures. So this is my favourite modular. It's the one I'd recommend for anyone to get if they're going to buy their first modular, or if they're only going to get one. I think this is the one to go for.
When I try to buy new Lego sets, I always have a strategy, or I have a particular idea of how I'm going to get it. But I'm wondering, do you have any tips for people who want to buy new Lego sets?
Right, well, there's no getting away from it. The Lego that we all know and love so much is really expensive stuff. Especially if you're going to buy new Lego, which I don't do as often as you might think actually for new stuff, but when I do, it's usually because there's a set that's come out that I've been waiting for, like the latest modular or the Millennium Falcon. Still not sure how Mrs. Lego Room let that one slip through the net, because that was really expensive. So I would order brand new Lego from lego.com or from a Lego store, taking advantage of the VIP points where you get £5 or $5 for every £100 or $100 spent. And also, quite often when you buy stuff from Lego, you get little baddies sent in for free with them. Often I'll put those on eBay, and you can generally get £5 to £10 depending on what it is, and that helps to offset the cost of new stuff. I do get a lot of things from eBay, and by that I mean new and second-hand Lego. You can get some bargains on eBay. So right now I am designing a big Star Wars mock, and I wanted this set to be part of it, but I wasn't fussed on the minifigures, so I found someone selling this set minus some minifigures for £12. The official cost is £35, so there's a big saving there. I'm sure I could pick up the minifigures separately for less than the difference in price, but that is a good way of saving money on new Lego if you're prepared to make a few compromises. And the other way that I've just learnt about is using Bricklink to buy new Lego sets. So you can put in the set number to Bricklink, and it will break down the set into individual pieces, and you can then take off the pieces that you might already own if you've got spares, or say you don't want a minifigure or certain parts of the set, and Bricklink will then go off and find the cheapest way for you to buy those Lego parts, and it's often a combination of a number of sellers. So I've got a video coming out soon giving a bit more info on this, but I've managed to pick up the UCS X-Wing for under £100 using this technique, with quite a few compromises, but nonetheless it's a really good way of getting hold of big sets, retired sets, and not paying as much money as you might think you have to. Hope that helps.
At some point during my childhood, I started buying Lego or toys in general for myself, and I'm wondering, when was the first time you bought a Lego set for yourself, and what set was that?
That is a great question, Jacob. Let me talk about the first set that I bought as an adult. When I was younger, my brother and I were both into Lego, and we would have many birthdays and Christmases filled with Lego goodness in the late 80s, early 90s. I remember very clearly when my son was old enough for Lego, and he had some small Lego Star Wars sets which I thought were brilliant because I'm a big Star Wars fan. And I remember a really clear moment having a look at Star Wars Lego sets with him in the shop, and I looked up, and on the top shelf was a Lego set that completely blew me away. Where I'd not been into Lego for a few years, I hadn't appreciated how far Lego had come with their colour schemes and the type of pieces they had, and all of the tie-ins with various movies. So I looked up, I was probably there for hours gazing at this Lego set. It was a city set, a modular. All of the possibilities of what you could do with it were whizzing through my mind. I was imagining the city that I've gone on to build, and you might see on my channel. It was this one, which is the Lego Modular Pet Shop. It's absolutely brilliant, and it's the one that's responsible for my adult love of Lego. It's also the one that's responsible for all the money I've spent on Lego, but I wouldn't change that because this is a brilliant hobby, and there's lots of people like us, like you and me, and all the people watching this that are into Lego in the same way. So it's a really big part of my life now, thanks to this set.
Lego has had a lot of wonderful themes over the years. There's been pirates and ninjas and Ninjago and so on and so on. But there's also been Lego City and Star Wars. And between Lego City and Star Wars, which one do you prefer?
So, Star Wars or City or Star Wars. So those two themes are head and shoulders above the rest for me for the Lego that I like to collect and build. Which one would I pick as my favourite? It's really close. I think Lego Star Wars got me into Lego, but it's the City stuff that really stole my heart and interest for the last 4 or 5 years with all of the modulars. That said, some of my favourite sets are Star Wars 2, and for next year I've got plans to build a giant Star Wars mock in my Lego room. So on balance, I think I'm going to say Star Wars. No City. Star Wars. Yes, Star Wars.
Recently, Lego presented a box of Lego plants that was made from a biodegradable type of plastic, and I'm wondering, what do you think of that Lego set, the 40320?
This is a really good subject, and I'm pleased that you brought this up, Jacob. So I've not actually got my hands on the set that you mentioned. I will do at some point because I'm interested to see the look and feel compared to the original process for building Lego, making Lego I should say. But I think it's a really good move from Lego to do this. Read with interest the news when they announced it earlier in the year. So great that they are using more sustainable materials in their process to make Lego. But your question got me thinking, and I googled a couple of facts which have completely blown me away. So right now on our lovely planet there are 400 billion pieces of Lego. 400 billion pieces. And they are making new Lego at the rate of 36,000 pieces per minute. So all sounds brilliant, you know, more Lego the better, right? But actually there is a problem building up here because it's made of plastic that does not go anywhere. It does not biodegrade, it will not naturally decompose. So eventually landfills are going to be full of plastic Lego bricks, which is not great. So I think the news this year should be the first step for Lego. I think they need to have a good think about, and I'm sure they are, about how they again improve their processes and come up with a plan of how to recycle older Lego. Otherwise we'll have a bit of a problem on our planet because it's plastic, and plastic does not go anywhere, and it's not good for nature or the environment.
That's about all we have time for today, Mark. It's been great to have you here, and I'm really happy that we got to do this small collaboration.
That was really, really good fun. Jacob, thank you so much for setting this up. I loved every second of it. Never done anything like it before, so I shall never forget it. Thanks again. And remember, everyone, the most important thing, keep on building. Bye-bye.
That was Mark from the Lego Room, who told us a bit about his Lego life. If you enjoyed that interview, maybe you'll enjoy the interview he is doing with me or on his channel, so head over there and see how that interview turns out. But that's all for me today. I hope you'll comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you guys next Monday.